Alright, back again, Luke here, and today we've got out the old Xbox, and I figure we could put in this game here. Blinx 2, Battle of Time and Space. So, let's pop this in and play some of that. Now for those of you out there who have never played a Blinx game before, these are really fun. Based on a concept of manipulating time, so... give this a shot here. We'll go through the intro itself, but the game also does have a training mode. The training mode takes about 15 minutes or so, so I've kind of cut through the training mode here to let you guys take a look at more of the game. And there's our intro. So the game itself, if you notice the title screen here, will revolve around this crystal on the main screen. Now a little bit of a backstory, there's a gang of thieves that are called the Tom Tom Gang who are out looking to steal something one day. They came across the crystal. The gang leader decided to touch the crystal cracked and shattered into a dozen pieces, scattering all of the pieces around different parts of time. Now Blinx and his band of time sweepers are out to try and regather the crystals here. And there are a lot of different things that you can do in this game. At first you can do a story mode, or you can do the versus mode. We'll go into the story mode here. And if you do a new game, there's a lot of cool things that you can do with this game. You can create a character and you can change the color of the fur, you can change the ear length, height, weight, the muscle size, the tail length, the shoe color, the badge. You can do all sorts of great things in this game, but we're just going to skip through this here and go into load game. And this is a character that I just made up here. And with this character, you can see he's kind of got red fur. I changed the sunglasses, or the goggles. They have red goggles and the boots and everything like that. That's one of the things that you can do here. And you can name your team. I just named this one the Fur Force. So we'll jump into this here and get a little bit more of the story.
Picaro here. Safely landed on the Time Furnace world. Nekoji here. We've arrived in the Ever-Snow world. It's an ice box here.
This is Pelon calling in from the Dark Valley world. Under attack by time monsters.
Kron here at Woodstone. What do we do now?
Calm down, guys.
All teams, this is the Time Factory CEO. Someone has touched the big crystal and scattered it into fragments. They've set the universe on a path to utter destruction.
And this is my character, I just called him Jack. This is in the really early stages.
Roger, I'm on it. Here we go again.
And as you can see here, it'll tell you the mission objectives at the beginning. This is at the very early stages of the game here, so there's a lot of tutorials, but basically a little bit of a rundown on this. By holding down the right trigger, you'll pull out your time sweeper, which is basically a vacuum cleaner, and you'll suck up different objects. If you just tap the right trigger, you'll launch them back out. By holding down the left button, or the left trigger, you'll lock onto different targets. As you can see here, this one's saying that the barricade is pretty blocked and you need to get a stronger weapon in order to break through it. But by locking onto the enemies here and then clicking the right trigger just once, you can launch out the objects that you have collected. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the objects we've collected. There are coins, gold, all sorts of things that you can collect throughout the stage, including kind of secret items. And one interesting thing that I actually like about this game here is this is a Japanese copy, but it has everything in English. The whole storyline, the instructions, everything are in English. Let's, whoa. Try and destroy some of these guys here. Which is kind of unusual for a Japanese game. Some people have asked why a lot of the games have some English in them, and the main reason for that is because when games were designed, especially in the past until now, just by putting in a little bit of English, people thought it was cool. So I think I explained that in maybe a different video, but... So as you can see at the bottom of the screen, there are different time-stopping items. Right now, the only one that's highlighted is the pause button. So what we're going to do here is by hitting our X button, we're going to pause time. And the reason why we're going to pause time here is because we can't hit these switches because the water keeps flowing in. So let's hit our time pause. And we're going to walk across here and click all these switches. Now, the time-changing abilities do last for about, I don't know, 5 seconds or so. And you have to collect different items in order for them to appear. You have to have enough of them. If you notice in the upper top part, there's a health meter, rate for your character. And next to the health meter, you'll see 2 red dots. Now, these 2 red dots are basically ways of coming back to life after your health is completely gone. You only have 2 chances if you fill those up, and the way of filling them up is by getting these hearts that you see laying on the ground. Once those are filled, if you do die, it gives you the chance to repeat the stage or rewind time. So... But you want to try and collect as many items as possible. As you can see here, here are the hearts, and you can see that that top meter is filled now. There are different secret things around in the game. If you just look around, you'll find some boxes. If you go up to a box and you press the B button, you'll do a melee attack, and you can wind up getting different kinds of items. Most of the items you can get are easily available by just walking over them, but some items, for example, like the bombs here, those have to be sucked up with your time sweeper. If you click in on the right control, you can, or the right joystick, you can move into first-person mode. Now, right now, I can see my controls are just normal, so what I'm going to do is hit the start button. We'll go over here to options by pressing Y, controller options, camera settings, and I have my regular camera inverted, but I'm going to go into the first-person camera mode and invert it as well. It's just personal preference, but we'll go back out of here, resume the game. And by holding down the left trigger, you can zoom in. With items, when you go to launch them, they launch on a straight line, so there's no arching or curving. You can see right there. So when you do go to shoot something, just got to make sure that you hold down the launch button here and just aim right exactly at it. You don't have to aim above it or anything like that. There are other items here, as you can see. The milk. When you pick this up and you press B a lot, this will refill your health meter, which is kind of nice. And there's different parts in the game where you can get special items. There are broken things like bridges and buttons, and the only way to repair those is to return time, or go back in time, by hitting the rewind button. So, let's see. Let's go back here. Since we have the key, there's 2 options. You can either destroy this door down here at the bottom, or you can use the key. Some pools of water may be too deep for your character to go into, so you have to be careful. This is one of the times where it tells you what do you want to do, slow or pause. And you have to follow the pattern here in order to get past it. If you get hit by it, you'll wind up dying, so. If you come over here, you'll notice the bridge is out, but there's a medal over here. So what we have to do is rewind time. And by choosing these options at the bottom, you just use the D-pad. So we'll go down here, press this, and this will repair the bridge. And you'll notice the bridge stays the way it is. It doesn't go back into its into its original state. So let's go up here. Once again, two options. You can either try and destroy it, or you can unlock it. We'll just unlock it. But it's a lot of fun. And like I'd mentioned, at the beginning of the game, there's a lot of tutorial to it, but the further you get in the game, you get less and less. So. And at the end here, it'll show you how many things that you've got, how many items, the gold, etc. And sometimes it takes quite a bit of time, so we're just going to skip through here, go on to our second stage. And each stage has a mission and mission objectives. And what's nice about it is there's a couple of different paths that you can take. So here we're going to have to get some bombs. And you got to be careful with bombs, because if you launch them too close to you, you'll wind up getting hit. So. Go over here, try and collect some more items. You'll notice that some items you're not able to collect, so like the fast forward button, since we don't have that option right now. And you'll notice, depending on what items you pick up, it'll change on the right there. You'll see I only have 2 bombs now, whereas before I had more. Here's another spot where you can either pause it and go around. You can suck up the bullets, which is kind of fun.
Ouch!
Oh, I didn't see this guy here.
Ouch!
You guys are everywhere. Alright, once again, we'll repair the old bridge here. As you can see, I got hit. And it'll tell you to retry if you want to retry. And it'll rewind time here. But some really cool concepts to the game. And this is Blinx 2. I don't believe I put up Blinx 1 before, but definitely Blinx 2 is one to give a shot, if you get a chance. And the thing about this game, too, is that you have to go through a certain amount of stages. I think you have to go through the first 3 stages in order to be able to get a save point. Because right now I don't believe it's savable. Oh, once you get the hang of the game, it's pretty simple. It's self-explanatory. It's not too bad at all. So, take this guy out. We're all out of ammo right now, so I'm going to have to try and find some more. Getting a little bit too close there. Trying to rush things a bit. But the game is terrific, and if you can find it, I would totally recommend it. Right here we need to collect some batteries in order to get out of this stage. That was kind of lucky there. You can do a double jump by pressing the jump button. I don't think I mentioned that one, but But yeah, I just want to show you guys a little bit of what Blinx here, the time stopper, looks like for the Xbox. And it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. If you get a chance, I'd totally recommend picking it up. But that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon. So thanks for watching. Not sure how far we'll go here. There are different parts to the game as well. As you can see down there, there's another spot where you can hit buttons, but there's quite a few buttons down there. A lot for just one person, so... Wow! Fell down. This is kind of a way to bring it back to the beginning without having to go all the way back through all that stuff again. Well, I guess I'll show you guys a little bit of the third stage boss as well. This boss is kind of cool looking. If you take a look at him, he's just like a giant rock man. See, this guy is actually pretty fast. more in order to get my claws to work here. See if we can find the claws part. I guess maybe we can just give it a shot. Fast enough here. Go.
Nice work. We'll take the fragment back to the time factory. You go on and keep searching.
Thanks, guys. I don't think I could haul that thing around in my sweeper.
No problem. We'll take care of it. Good luck.